Let's talk about the game. You've been in for 12 years.
Yeah.
What was the biggest fucking mistake you made early
Paying
on?
$50,000 for free software when I first started. Going,
Dude, I want you as a customer. Hey, this software is free, but it's $50,000. You're like, I'll take it.
But like, I just didn't know. So I wanted this like online education platform. This is before I was teaching. I was licensing these other courses to help people quit smoking with Paul actually here. And there was this platform called Moodle where it allowed you to host courses. But think about it. If you don't know, and it's not
Moodle didn't make it.
Yeah, but if you,
because I've never even heard of that shit. Moodle.
I think it was big in Australia. But like, if you don't know anything about like building websites, etc., you usually just believe the first person that catches you, right? They tell you about the industry. You think that's what it is. So, anyways, there was these sick website designers, and they're like, "Yeah, we can do Moodle, but it's going to end up costing you all this money." And I realized they were charging me not for the platform, which was free. It's just to actually take the time to customize it. But like, if I knew that, I could have fucking customized, you know what I mean? So when I figured that out, like later, a couple years later, I was just like, damn. Man, my arrogance, my arrogance and my ignorance.
Dude,
really
how the hell did you get
me.
50 G's? You were making it, you were paying them over time, you were making it and then
friends selling drugs.
Dude, what game are you running?
No,
Billy was always a hustler.
Nah, I mean,
I sold drugs. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I mean, like
great way to start.
I didn't. I was the homie that
you learn a lot.
I was the quote like smarter homie. It was like, oh, this Billy, he stays clean, he's on his shit. But when people have money and they wanted to do something with it, hey, what can we do here?
So they would make it and come to you and say, what else can we get into? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know where they got the money. Maybe I'm just making that up. Who knows? But supposedly there's, anyways, I got money and I got a little bit, and that's where.
I was never a good drug dealer because I used drugs, which was always a problem.
Yeah.
You smoke your own weed, you're like, this is not going well.
Yeah. I mean, I just use like, honestly, like friends and family type of shit, like to get the money. And I literally blew it all on that
Billy,
website.
I flew pre 9/11, obviously, flew to Kansas with a book of acid.
Why were you going to Kansas?
You know what a fucking book is?
Stop.
That's 100 sheets.
Wait, first of all, you got to educate me on that. But why are you going to Kansas?
Dude, my best friend at the time, his mom lived in Kansas. And he was like, yo, you want to go to Kansas? And I'm like,
fuck it.
All right.
Wait, 100 sheets of how does that work?
He goes, bring some acid. And I was like, all right. I wasn't thinking. I was a dumbass kid.
Yeah.
I think I was 15, 16. And I had a plug that had all kinds of shit.
Wait, what is 100 sheets of acid? What does that mean?
So I had microdots. I had 100. So acid comes on a little piece, like it's like a little square, right? And it's liquid that they put on a certain type of paper.
Gotcha.
And it soaks into the paper, and then you just put it on your mouth, and then it dissolves, right? And one little square, okay?
Do people put it in water and it dissolves in
water?
No,
you just put it in your mouth.
Okay.
Pause. One sheet has 100 squares on it.
Oh, shit.
A book has 100 sheets.
Oh, my God. How much does that cost?
I don't even fucking remember.
What's the resale market value?
No, it was a lot. I don't remember.
How did you get that?
I don't remember. Yeah, I was selling a lot of drugs at the time.
You were selling? Okay, got it.
I was selling. So I started.
How much money were you making?
Enough to party.
Wait, I mean, how? Like, really?
No, I was never.
You're rich.
No, not that. I mean, I had money, but I wasn't like balling out. But I also wasn't. Yeah, mainly weed. The acid thing was like a random, like one-off type thing. But literally, this is how bad of a drug dealer I am. I went to Kansas and I gave it to everybody. I didn't even sell it. I was just like, dude. In like half this town was like this town was like literally like 1,000 people strong. Like half of them were high. It was fucking great. And we were standing there, and there was this kid named Bucky who was my friend Brian's friend. And I'm saying, Bucky's like, we got to go outside. And he like started tripping, and so he ran outside, and I chased after him. I don't know why. And I'm standing outside. It was just about to go dark, and there's fucking sheep and like ducks crossing the road and like all this wild shit. And I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, half the town's walking around all fucking loop.